Color Huey is a great game for early literacy skills. Ages 3 and up, possibly a 2-year-old could play if they are ready. The goal of the game is to fill your Color Huey board with 7 color tokens of different colors. In the beginning, the child is going to draw out of the green bag, and they are simply going to match color to color. So orange token matches Huey's orange shoes, and they grow with the game as they get older and are at least able to determine beginning sounds of a word. They pull a token out of the bag, and this time they have to match the token to the correct color word. So here it's yellow. And the words are in different circles on each board, so the kids will actually learn the word and not just memorize the placement of the word. So you can see here, yellow is in a different spot if they have a different board. Tibber's Big Box of Words is a solid wood, really nice set for early reading, spelling, writing, and vocabulary. And the child will take the card and slide it in, and then they will use the cubes to spell the word out. Let me show you how that's done. Once the child has become more advanced, they can then use this "You Spell It" block and set it on top of the card, and then they can't see the letters. They can spell them independently and then self-check. Tibber's Big and Little is a game about matching uppercase and lowercase letters, so it works on letter recognition, the concept of big and small, and memory and matching. And what you're trying to find in this case would be the baby alligator that's going to have the lowercase a on it. So each player starts with 3 cards, and they decide which card they want to try to find. So we'll say I'm trying to find the lowercase e. You have 5 slides, and what you want to do is move the slider tiles to try to discover a little baby tile that matches one of your big mommy tiles. Reunite the most big and little pairs to win the game. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you get a match, then you get to cover up the uppercase letter with a match token, and whoever has the most at the end wins. This game is played in less than 20 minutes. Pass the Ruby Roo is a game that works on letter sounds and word association, quick thinking, and even a bit of self-control. I love this game because it can be adapted for so many different ages, and if you're working, especially in a classroom, homeschool environment, or preschool, with a few letter sounds at a time, you can just choose to play with the letter sounds that you want to focus on, or you can choose to play with the entire alphabet. So the object of the game is to choose a letter, roll the die, and be the first player to think of a word that starts with the letter shown in the category revealed. All players think of words at the same time, so they have to think fast and say, "Pass the Ruby Roo." The first player to earn 4 rubies wins the game, and they cannot grab Ruby. They have to wait for Ruby to be passed to them, so that is where self-control comes in the game. So whoever is up, so whoever's turn it is, would take Ruby, this is Ruby, and place Ruby on the letter of their choice and F, and then they would roll and say they rolled a 1. They could go either way, and they're just going to go 1 this way. The category here is animals. So the first player to think of an animal that starts with F and say "Pass the Ruby Roo" gets a ruby. And the first player to get 4 rubies wins the game. Okay, let's move on. We have Letter Slide. It's 2 to 4 players. Takes about 20 minutes to play and is recommended for ages 7 and up. It's going to work on spelling, vocabulary, consonants, and vowels. So the object of Letter Slide is to find letter tiles to fill the missing letters on word cards to create complete words. What you would do is you would take a card, turn it over so that all players could see, and you're going to try to create as many words as you can using the letters that are already in the word. One great thing about Letter Slide is that this game can also be modified in many ways, And one of these is that you can choose just to use cards that have the beginning letters missing, which is going to be probably a bit easier than the ending letters. If you're in a classroom or homeschool of some sort, if you're working on, say, Silent E or blends and digraphs, you can choose the cards that you want to play with for the purpose of what you're learning that day. All right, Get 4 and Score is one of my favorite games, and it's a great party game. Adults love to play it, and it's recommended for 8 and up, so great to play with kids as well. And it's going to have vocabulary and quick thinking as the main focus. So let's take a look here. So you'll have 4 letters for each round, and each letter has the points associated with it. And you will flip over one of these cards to show the category. Once the timer starts, you try to think of a word in that category, starting with each. Let's see what the category is here. So this time it would be country. So in the comments below, write what would your answers be for countries. In the end, I will reveal my answer. You get 1 point, 1 prize entry for each answer that you come up with, and if your answer matches one of mine, you get an extra prize entry point.